What's going on, y'all? It's true. The bag man, the funders of the gang, the children of the OGs, the gang. If y'all don't know the definition of gang, my cousin told me is when two or more different sets form an alliance. Gang. Uh, what is Gotti gonna do now? Is the $1 million question. Who's gonna be the middleman, the bag man, the filter between Gotti and the corporate world and the streets? Who's gonna pick up Big Jook's role now? You got Govan and you got Super CMG, Vato. You got Keon Wright, Howard, Keon Wright, that's the incarcerated. Who can Gotti trust now to get the dirty work done? Because he can't do that as far as controlling the streets and having these gang guys. Now, these photos you're looking at, what about Big Unk? What about my dude, who I call Unk? He clearly has his hand around uh, a younger version of, once again, Devin Burns, who's currently in the Shelby County Jail that already made a deal, just like Cornelius in the dungeons. 3 cells down from Cornelius, and it's just them two and one more. Look at young Zach Randolph, Zebo, Unk, with a young Devin Burns of TRUUUUUUU, and tell me who is the Unks, who controls the gang, because you can clearly see Jook was around the same guys. You clearly see Govan is in the same orange mound where the TRUUUUUUU reigns. So they've been funding this shit for a lot. So for y'all to make it this far and still don't know who Unk, it's a lot of motherfucking Unks. But as far as the street and the gang shit, yeah, that funding come from somewhere, baby. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I just want to know who y'all think what's Gotti gonna do now, because if Jook is not here, well, I ain't know because he's not here. The only person that's out there with the most is we heard. Hold on, let me slow down. We heard Howard Keon Wright sent out a tweet saying something about Vato. Uh, I mess with you, but something about you talking to the police or something, a statement or some shit. So I don't know. This shit happening at around the same time. Motherfucker coming up dead, and somebody gotta. The streets gonna close in. Like once Jook got gone, man, that could be good for. I mean, the feds closing in, doing what they supposed to do, and a lot of motherfuckers behind the scenes or have become a liability. I mean, I know the Cain and Abel story for that. For those of y'all that choose to go down that route, I'm gonna tell y'all, rappers do not run the city of Memphis in the M Town. Yeah, behind the scenes is behind the scenes. That's where the real power and the real orders and the real hits come down. You know what I mean? The real shit come down behind the scenes. Rappers don't run shit in Memphis. Just ask the rappers if they they can't run shit if they can barely come back. You feel me? Now with that being said, um, I told y'all before that Hernandez Govan got cut off when after the hit on Dolph. I mean, he was filtered from they surviving filters. He got his head. He got arrested. He got told on. They took his ass all the way back to June to say he started planning. Now, what is the motive for Young Dolph's murder? Nobody has answered that question yet. Now you find the motive, you'll find the suspects, the real suspects, not the ones that got caught, the ones that's insulated. Big Jook passed it on to Govan. I can't prove that, so that's my personal opinion. And who passed it to Big Jook? It could be two ways. Did Big Jook take it on himself? Cause he the one he won. You never seen Gotti around none of this shit. Just like you never see Jay-Z around none of the shit. And that's who he's sucking up game from. And without Big Jook, shit, I ain't never seen Gotti with no True Mafia. I seen Dolph with all the streets. Dolph was outside. Gotti was inside. So now with Big Jook, what's gonna happen? But that's not the basis of this video. I said that because it's some sourness, it's some bitterness that happened behind the scenes. That's what I was about to say. Jook got cut off after, I mean, not Jook, Govan. He got treated like a used little bitch after he got caught and after he got snitched on. Then Jook distanced himself. Of course, that would be the natural move. Like, they telling on you, I can't have my name nowhere near no lawyers or none of this shit. Or maybe it was Zach, whoever Unc is. Govan did not have a motive to kill Young Dolph. Govan had to get the bag, and Govan didn't have the money. First of all, you need a motive, or you recruited. Somebody dropped the bag on Dolph, and you took the bag, and them same young niggas that I'm showing y'all, they've been standing around and raised around these old heads. That's the same ones that executed the shooting. And that's where y'all need to start it. But like I said, he got cut off. His daughter got murdered. Of course, after you get cut off and I put in this work for you, Jook, and my daughter get murdered, a casualty of my motherfucking shit. I got this done for y'all, and you cut me off. Then I ain't go over to my daughter's funeral. Left me all alone, and I had to motherfucking make a deal to save myself. So that's why they let me out on $90,000 bond, because they say I'm the mastermind, but ha ha, you can't tell. Now, with all that personal feelings going on, then how y'all know it ain't a case of, there's a lot of theories out there. I'm just saying, how y'all know it ain't a case of, I'm gonna get you before you get me, because I already know y'all got word of mouth that I'm working. Now let that marinate. I'll be right back. True. Now let's get into what I really wanted to show y'all. I really want to take y'all on this little ride and give you the details, all the details of exactly how Hernandez Govan's daughter, Destiny, Lotta Cass, De Soto or whatnot, Govan got murdered in Houston by some out-of-town killers from Alexandria, Louisiana, and why Govan switched up and got in here and felt some type of way about the lack of support after his daughter gets murdered in Houston by some out-of-town killers. Emphasis on out-of-town killers. And let's go over that. Let's do that. Let's read the whole affidavit, watch the photos and everything. And I want y'all to listen very closely, because a lot of y'all didn't know the circumstances and all of this connected. You know what I'm saying? So let's do that. True. Pay attention. To Christian Williams, case number, Harris County District Court. Let's go. Y'all already know this part right here. Before me, District Attorney of Harris County, Texas, appeared, swore under oath that Jeremiah Smith, also known as Pac Baby J, on September the 24th, 2022, did unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly caused the death of Destiny Govan by shooting the complainant with a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. It is further presented that in the same damn Harris County, Texas, Jeremiah Smith, still also known as Pac Baby J, on September 24th, did intentionally and knowingly committing committing an act clearly dangerous to human life, namely by shooting at and in the direction of the complainant Destiny Govan with a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. Here's the probable cause. Affiant L.K. Lovelace is a certified peace officer presently employed as a homicide detective with the Houston Police Department. Affiant has good reason to believe and does believe that on September 24, 2022, in Houston, Harris County, Texas, Jeremiah Smith, black male. Hereafter, the defendant did commit the felony offense of murder. My belief is based on the following. Affiant and his partner, Sergeant C. Duncan, were assigned to conduct the scene investigation and follow-up investigation of the murder of Destiny Govan, which occurred on September 24, 2022 in the 5500 block of Richmond Avenue. Affiant and Sergeant Duncan arrived on the scene and spoke with Houston Police Department Officer E. Bettinger, the primary patrol officer on the scene. Officer Bettinger said that he and his partner, Officer A. Garcia, were dispatched to a shooting at 0239 hours and arrived at 0241 hours. Officer Bettinger said that he and Garcia arrived on the scene and observed a gray Porsche with Tennessee license plate stopped in the far right lane of the westbound traffic. Officer Bettinger said he approached the vehicle and observed the driver of the vehicle, later identified by her Tennessee driver's license as Destiny Govan, in the driver's seat of the vehicle with a gunshot wound to her head. Officer Bettinger said a second occupant of the vehicle, later identified as Amira Hughes, was found near the vehicle with a gunshot wound to the leg. Officer Bettinger said that Christopher Williams was in the parking lot of a strip center and had sustained a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Both Hughes and Williams were transported to Ben Taub Hospital by Houston Fire Department. Officer Bettinger said that Govan was pronounced dead by firefighter Carty at 0254 hours. Officer Bettinger said that he located a cell phone with a Louisiana identification card for Williams in the middle lane of Richmond Avenue. Officer Bettinger said that he observed several fired pistol and rifle casings around the gray Porsche. Sergeant Duncan conducted the scene investigation. Sergeant Duncan told Affiant that fired 223 casings were recovered from the street behind the gray Porsche and that fired. Sergeant Duncan told Affiant that fired 223 casings were recovered from the street behind the gray Porsche and that fired 9mm casings were recovered from the street in front of the gray Porsche. Sergeant Duncan told Affiant that a blood trail was located leaving from the driver's door of the gray Porsche to the parking lot where Williams had been located. Sergeant Duncan told Affiant that in the path of the blood trail, he located an AR-15 pistol chambered in 223. Affiant interviewed Amira Hughes at Ben Taub Hospital. Hughes told Affiant that she and Govan had been at the Spire nightclub in Houston and were traveling to another club. Hughes said that a dark vehicle was stopped in front of them and that the driver and front passenger exited the dark vehicle. Hughes said that the front passenger was a short black male with a black and white bandana covering his face. Hughes said that this male started shooting a handgun at her and Govan while they were still sitting in the gray Porsche. Hughes said that she saw Govan retrieve a handgun from between the driver's seat and the center console and believes Govan fired the handgun. A fired 9mm casing was located just outside the driver's door of the gray Porsche. Affiant spoke with Officer Kahana, whatever we're gonna call him, Officer K. Afanya spoke with Officer K, who was assigned to monitor Williams at Ben Taub Hospital. Officer K said that Williams told her that he had celebrated his birthday at the Spire nightclub and was riding with some females he met at Spire nightclub to another party. Williams said that they were stopped behind a Porsche at a stoplight when he saw the occupants of the Porsche get ambushed. Williams said the suspects exited a black pickup and exchanged gunfire with the driver of the Porsche. Williams said the driver of the Porsche was standing outside of the Porsche during the shooting. Officer K told Afanya that Williams later changed his story. Williams said that the suspects were in a black Mercedes-Benz truck and that 4 people exited this vehicle and exchanged gunfire with the occupants of the Porsche. Afanya interviewed Williams at Ben Taub Hospital. Williams told Afanya that he currently resided in Alexandria, Louisiana. Williams said that he and his friends, who he only knew as Baby 10, TG, and Scully, were at the Spire nightclub. Williams said they were all from Louisiana. Williams said that when he left the club, he jumped into a car with a bunch of females who he had just met. Williams said they were going to an after-hours club. Williams said they were at a red light somewhere. Williams said he saw the Porsche and saw 2 cars in front of the Porsche. Williams said one of the cars was black. Williams said he saw 3 people get out of a black car, and then all hell broke loose, meaning people started shooting. Williams said the woman in the car in front of him, meaning Govan, jumped out of the car and started shooting. Williams said the guys were probably trying to rob the woman, meaning Govan. Williams said he took off running. Govan was assigned Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences and was positively identified by fingerprints as Destiny Govan, black female. Dr. Gumpany of the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences had conducted Govan's autopsy and ruled the death a homicide by perforating gunshot wounds of the arm and head. Let me see, they did ballistics. Fine review. One of the notifications found that fired 9mm casings recovered in this incident matched fired 9mm casings recovered in Alexandria, Louisiana case number. So they used the same gun to do a murder in Alexandria, Louisiana. Fine reviewed here goes the number for anybody who want to pull it. Fine reviewed the second and found the 223 casings recovered in this incident matched 223 casings. 223 casings recovered in Alexandria, Louisiana in another murder. So these guys were from out of town, Louisiana, Alexandria, Louisiana to be specific. They got 2 cases tied to 2 different murders in Louisiana, and there's the case numbers. So let's document that. Afanya completed an ATF E-trace form for the AR-15 pistol that had been recovered at the scene. So this dude did all that and got shot. I guess Destiny let off and hit his ass because he got found in the parking lot and dropped the whole pistol. Let's go. Afanya received a Crime Stoppers tip naming Travion Wharton, Mac 10, and Jeremiah Pac Baby J as the possible suspects in this incident. The tipster said that the suspects were from Alexandria, Louisiana. So somebody ratted their ass out. Afanya obtained videos from the public service cameras in the downtown area of Houston. Afanya viewed video from the public service camera located on the corner of Travis Street and Peace Street. The video showed Govan exiting a parking garage onto Travis Street in her gray Porsche. Following Govan out of the parking garage was a black Mercedes-Benz 4-door and a gray Ram 1500. The gray Ram 1500 had chrome rims. Excuse me. Afanya viewed videos from other public service cameras that showed the route Govan had driven when leaving the downtown area. A find observed on the video that the black Mercedes-Benz four-door and the gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims continued to follow Govan out of the downtown area. A find viewed surveillance video from the Shell gas station located at 3202 Chimney Rock Road. A find saw that traffic traveling west bound on on Richmond Avenue stopped at the traffic light at Richmond Avenue and Chimney Rock Road at approximately 2:32 a.m. Chimney Rock Road. I remember doing a story on a baby girl on her 21st birthday. Her friends dropped her out at some apartments on Chimney Rock Road, and this dude killed her on her 21st birthday and dropped her body off on the side of the road like a piece of trash. He's in jail. His name's Jordan Pitts. I think I'm gonna go back and cover that, but let's continue. Do an update on that. A find obtained video surveillance from the Circle West Plaza shopping center strip located on the southeast corner of 5500 Richmond Avenue. A find found the time on the surveillance video to be approximately 30 minutes ahead of real time. A find studied the video extensively and was able to determine that Govan was driving a gray Porsche Macan westbound in the 5500 block of Richmond Avenue and was in the far right lane of traffic. Govan was stopped at a traffic light. A dark vehicle was stopped in front of Govan's gray Porsche, and a truck was stopped behind Govan's gray Porsche. A find saw that a figure on the passenger side of the dark vehicle that was stopped in front of Govan had approached the front passenger side of Govan's gray Porsche. A find saw that a figure on the driver's side of the truck had approached the driver's side of Govan's gray Porsche. A find saw flashes of light coming from the area where these two figures were standing. A find saw that the truck behind Govan's gray Porsche pulled out from behind her and into the middle lane of traffic. A find saw that the truck was gray and had the same chrome rims as was seen on the public safety cameras from downtown. A find saw that the truck and the black vehicle that had been in front of Govan's gray Porsche speed away westbound on Richmond Avenue, and that these were the last vehicles to travel through the intersection of Richmond Avenue and Chimney Rock Road. A find then saw Williams walk south across the westbound lanes of Richmond Avenue, across the median and across the eastbound lanes of Richmond Avenue and into the parking lot of the shopping strip in the 5500 block of Richmond Avenue where he collapsed. A find viewed photos from flock license plate readers located on Richmond Avenue west of Chimney Rock Road from September 24, 2022 between 2:32 a.m. and 2:35 a.m. That identified the suspect vehicles as a Ram 1500 with Texas license plate and a dark vehicle with Texas license plate. A find ran Texas license plate through the HPD computer system and found it to be registered to a 2021 gray 1500. How the hell am I black out there and then not black out there? It is what it is. Through the HPD computer system and found it to be registered to a black 2018 Mercedes-Benz E30. The black 2018 Mercedes-Benz E30 was the same vehicle seen exiting the parking garage in the downtown area behind Govan when she left the Spire nightclub. A find asked detective neighbors to check both license plates through NVLS. Detective neighbors found that the 2018 black Mercedes-Benz E30 had been captured by license plate readers on US 165 in Rapides Parish, Louisiana on September 4, 2022. US 165 is a highway that runs southwest out of Alexandria, Louisiana to Interstate 10 near Lake Charles, Louisiana. The black Mercedes-Benz E30 had also been captured on license plate readers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on September the 10th, 2022. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Between September 27, 2022 and September 30, 2022, Affiant was in phone contact with Sergeant Beeman of the Alexander, Louisiana Police Department. Sergeant T. Beeman told Affiant that their agency was conducting a murder investigation and had developed Travion Wharton and Jeremiah Smith as possible suspects. Affiant remembered that the Crime Stoppers tip he had received had the same two names. Sergeant T. Beeman asked Affiant if the AR-15 pistol that had been recovered was a purple color. Affiant told Sergeant T. Beeman that the AR-15 pistol that had been recovered was purple. A purple AR-15. Sergeant T. Beeman told Affiant that he had a photo of the defendant, Pac Baby J, holding a purple AR-15 pistol. Sergeant T. Beeman provided Affiant with photos of Travion Wharton and the defendant. Affiant learned that when the defendant had been arrested and booked in the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Department jail, he had listed his home address as blah 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 blah, Alexander, Louisiana. Affiant received the firearms trace summary report from ATF for the AR-15 pistol, and found that the AR-15 pistol had been purchased by Celestine Polk from Alexander, Louisiana. This was the same address the defendant had listed as his home address when he was arrested. Affiant studied extensively surveillance video from the Telespin family downtown YMCA located at 808 P Street. Affiant saw a black Mercedes-Benz 4-door and a gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims had parked in the family downtown YMCA parking garage. Affiant noted that two HMs and one, Hispanic males and one black male. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Affiant noted that two Hispanic males and one black male had exited the gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims, and that four black males had exited the black Mercedes-Benz 4-door. Affiant identified the following people from the Ram 1500 with chrome rims. The driver, Augusto Valliard, Hispanic male. Front passenger was a Hispanic male. The rear passenger, Kristen Williams, black male. And that's from the Ram 1500. The driver was Augusto Valliard, Hispanic male. The front passenger was a Hispanic male, no name. And the real passenger in the 1500 was Christian Williams, black male. Affiant identified the following people from the black Mercedes Benz 4-door. These are people in the Benz. The driver was Jordan James. I heard that name somewhere before. Jordan James, black male. The front passenger was a black male, unidentified. The left rear passenger in the Mercedes was the defendant, Jeremiah Smith, and the right rear passenger in the Mercedes was Travion Wharton, black male. Affiant had a booking photo of the defendant from Rapides Sheriff's Office. Affiant compared the defendant's booking photo to the person seen in the YMCA parking garage surveillance video that had exited the left rear passenger seat of the black Mercedes-Benz 4-door and found him to be the same person. The defendant's booking photo is attached as Exhibit A. Affiant saw that these black males had walked to the Spire nightclub located at 1720 Main Street. Affiant saw that after the males had gone to the Spire nightclub, Govan had parked a gray Porsche Macan in the same family downtown YMCA parking garage. Govan, Hughes, and several other people who had arrived at the parking garage in separate vehicles walked to the Spire nightclub. Affiant saw that after the Spire nightclub had closed for the night, Valliard, the unidentified Hispanic male, Williams, James, and the unidentified black male, Wharton, and Smith returned to the downtown YMCA parking garage and loitered in front of their parked vehicles. Affiant saw that when these males observed Govan walking from the Spire nightclub towards the YMCA parking garage, they started entering the gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims and black Mercedes-Benz 4-door. Prior to getting in the vehicles, Smith and Williams removed an item from the trunk of the black Mercedes-Benz four-door. Smith got into the back seat of the black Mercedes-Benz four-door behind the driver. Williams got into the back seat of the gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims. Affiant saw Govan exited the downtown YMCA parking garage in her gray Porsche Macan. The black Mercedes-Benz four-door and the gray Ram 1500 with chrome rims followed her. Affiant and Sergeant Duncan drove to Alexander, Louisiana and interviewed Celestine Polk at her residence. During the interview, Polk told Affiant that she had purchased the AR-15 pistol for her grandson, the defendant. Polk told Affiant that Marcellus and somebody had, I don't know why I did all that, had been knowing each other since high school. Sergeant Beamer located Alexander Police Department report number. Affiant read the report and learned that Marcellus Williams reported that her vehicle had been broken into on September 23rd, 2022, and that a Taurus 9mm semi-automatic pistol and AR-15 had been stolen. Marcellus Williams did not report the theft until September 27, 2022. Hold up. You say Celestine Polk at her residence. Doing an interview with Polk told Affiant she purchased the AR-15 for her grandson, Marcellus, and then, okay, so Marcellus did not report the theft until, oh shit, they lying like a bitch. Affiant, Sergeant Duncan, and Sergeant Beamer interviewed Marcellus Williams about the stolen firearms. Marcellus Williams said that the AR-15 was in her vehicle because she and the defendant were in the process of moving. Marcellus Williams said that the theft actually occurred at the end of August 2022, but she did not make a police report until September the 27th, 2022, after the defendant had asked her about the AR-15. Affiant contacted Officer Stark assigned to the CID-CIU and requested grand jury subpoenas for these phone numbers that I have blacked out. Affiant received the subscriber information from AT&T for the phone numbers and found the subscriber to be the defendant. Affiant found the active date to be August 2nd, 2022 and was currently still active. Affiant obtained a search warrant for the defendant's call detail records. After receiving the records, Affiant reviewed them and found that the defendant had been in the Houston area on September 24, 2022. Affiant also found that on September 24, 2022 at 2:35 a.m., the defendant had made a phone call to Williams, and the defendant's phone records indicate he had been around Hillcroft Avenue and Richmond Avenue, which was approximately 1.5 miles from where Govan had been murdered. Christian Williams, the co-defendant, is charged with murder in the 176th District Court under cause number 178-8281. And there you have it. That's what happened on the night that Govan, Hernandez Govan's daughter, got murdered. And this is Pack Baby J, Exhibit A. True.